Hello, hello, hello. Where's the button? There's the button. How's everyone doing today? It's Tuesday, my dudes, which is not Friday, but we're going to do... What was that noise? Was that you? That was you. The bamboo makes random weird noises every now and then when I don't realize it, and I don't know what it does. But it's still working, so we're good. It is hot. I don't know about you. If you are... Where is this heat bubble at? Is it like Midwest? I don't know. I'm Southern Ontario. It's like mid-90s for you Americans. It's like 33 Celsius. And then with humidity, it feels like almost 40. And I've been out working on the car. Yeah, it sucks. It's hot. It sucks. Most printers. So right now, we have 4 printers running. We got the Micron running behind the Prusa. We got the Bamboo's printing. I'm a little worried. I'm printing something with 4 colors, and I might run out of one because I didn't take into account the purge. And I'm like, oh, it only needs 50 grams. I'm good. And then I realized, oh shit, it uses this color for like half of the print, and it's going to be purging a lot of it. Oops. So we'll see. So the Micron's printing some stuff, just making sure it's all dialed in. We're going to MRRF. I think we're printing the Sanjay right now. And then this is doing something that I haven't done yet that I've been meaning to do, and I might actually finally do it. So 23 Celsius. Ooh, must be nice. It's like 33 here, Remy. C'est chaud. C'est chaud. DeWitt, good afternoon out west. You are, I want to say you're Calgary, right? Because was it Manitoba that was cooking the other day? I don't know. Yeah, Winnipeg, yeah. That's the thing, like, we get really cold winters, but we also get stupid hot summers. Like, that's the problem here. I don't know. I just love watching whenever, like, the Europeans complain about the heat on Twitter. And I'm like, just turn your air conditioning on. And they're like, we don't have air conditioning. I'm like, well, you guys always complain that it's hot. But then you're like, oh, we don't need air conditioning because it never gets hot. But all you do is complain that it gets hot. So maybe it's time you get some of that AC. There's a Sears ad about it. Go watch the Sears commercial. You'll call today. You'll call now. Get yourself some AC. It's great. What is AC? Air conditioning. Basically, I take some of my money and I turn it into electricity and makes my house an icebox. It's great. I love it. So, start things off. If you have not entered, it should be active now. I think I turned it on. Link in the description. If you don't see it, you might have to refresh the stream if you got here early enough. But giving away spool filament from Polymaker. We do that every stream now. So go enter for that. Get yourself some printer chow. I'm printing it right now on this one. I got some Polymaker ASA. I might have to pick up a case. I might have to hit the Polymaker folks up because I got a project I'm doing. Okay. We are in the UK complaining about the rain. You never see it, bro. Exactly. Every year. It's like it gets hotter and hotter. And all the Europeans, oh, we don't need air conditioning. It's only hot for one day. And then the one day gets stupid hot. I wish I had air conditioning. Just go get some AC. It's great. Also, keeps your house drier, so you don't have to worry about humidity. And to defy your parents, you stand at the door and say, yes, I am cooling the outdoors. Okay. So when I lived at home, my room was above the garage. And while I did have AC vents, they never, like, I never had air circulation. So my room above the garage was always hot because the thermostat for our house was on the main floor. So it would go, oh, the house is cool. And I'd be like up in my room, you know, sweating, you know, body parts off. So as a kid, I'd always try and turn the air conditioning on and drop it lower so that I would be cold in my room. My mom would be like, when you're an adult, you could pay your own AC bill and run your house like an icebox. And guess what? I'm an adult and my house is an icebox. I did the math. It's about an extra $20 or $30 a month at the hottest time of the year to turn my house from slightly uncomfortable to where is my sweater? I think that's worth it. Honestly, I think it's worth it. Can't afford it. So where I live, pretty much all the houses need heat, and it's a lot of gas heating. So you have a furnace. So you already have ducting all around in the houses, in most of the houses where I live in that area. So you already have ducting, so it's pretty easy to just put an AC unit outside. So pretty much every house in where I live, in like this area of this stretch of the country, pretty much everyone has AC and heating because you have to. What iron do I use for my heat set inserts? I use whatever the cheapest soldering iron on Amazon was 4 years ago when I bought it. And then I use the LDO tool. Phil R, $4.99, cheers. Hector said he is camera shy and you won't be able to catch him at MRRF. Challenge accepted. We'll see. I forgot, I gotta do some stuff for him. Yeah, look at it. Alert, special air quality, heat advisory, heat warning. Oh my God. By the way, Google. Okay, Google. We gotta talk about Google. I get notifications to my phone for like thunderstorm warnings and whatnot. The problem is where I live, there is a town. We're all in one community. I'm in one community, okay? But it's divided into like several old towns from like 50 years ago. So if I go like 100 meters that way, I cross one of these imaginary lines. So it likes to randomly, like, I get like 8 notifications a day for the same thing because it thinks I'm moving. It's annoying. How is the Micron versus the V0? The prints off them are pretty much the same. Let's be honest. They're both NEMA 14 Core XY machines. They're using the same tool head. Print quality, you're probably going to be about the same, but the Micron it's a quad gantry flying gantry machine. It's a quad flying gantry machine. It's awesome. If you're going to build a Micron, personally, after building one that was 120, build bigger. I think they have a 160 is the next size up. That's standard. Build a 160. Or just get 50 millimeter longer extrusions and rails and just go up. But yeah, at 120, it's very hard to justify a Micron just for the increased cost from, say, a V0. But once you start going bigger, it makes a little bit more sense. Initial impression of the Mini SB, better in every regard than the regular AB. It goes together better, feeds better, supports the Mini Revo or the Voron Revo or Revo Voron. Yeah, Mini SB better than AB in every regard. It's like Stealth Burner versus Afterburner. Can't build a bigger V0. You can always build a bigger V0. I'm just saying the Micron makes more sense at a larger size. So anyways, we need to do some stuff. I know it's a print and chill stream, which means we normally got stuff printing, but let's talk about what's printing. On mobile. Hello there. On the Bamboo. So on here we got the Sanjay printing. On the Bamboo, we're doing that castle waterfall thing that everyone has printed already, and I'm late to the party, but I want one too. But this is what I'm worried about. The blue's a little low. I'm killing all my polyalchemy. This is the problem. I now have a super reliable multi-material system, and I'm using up all my funky filaments on it. How fast is the X1 on normal and silent? I haven't played with silent mode. I got it on normal. The speeds. Okay. There's silent, normal, fast, and ludicrous, or whatever. All they are is just speed modifiers. They're 50%, 100%, 150, 200, or something like that. That's all. It's not silent mode. It's just running slower. That's all it is. Senior Cog, thank you for coming to member. Now, back to mobile. We are printing some stuff on the LDO V2, then V226. I've got one part done already. Look at that. So, when I first got into 3D printing billions and billions of years ago, I wanted to print an Iron Man mask. That was kind of like my thing. I got a 3D printer. I want to print an Iron mask. I started with a Monoprice Select Mini. You ain't printing an Iron Man mask on a Monoprice Select Mini unless you cut it up into like 50 pieces. So eventually I built a bigger one. I built a Voron V1.5, which started the whole Voron thing. I eventually actually did print an Iron Man mask. Whenever that one that came out, that was all the pieces, that was all servo driven. I printed all the parts for that. and then it collected dust because I wasn't happy how the parts came out. And then I realized Iron Man masks are boring. Everyone and their grandma has printed an Iron Man mask. Everyone has done a Stormtrooper mask. Everyone has done a Boba Fett costume or a Mandalorian costume. But I kind of like the look of Mandalorian. So, I busted out the company credit card. Here. Because I don't want to do something that everyone else has done. But I wanted to do a full something. Because I've never actually done a big project on this channel. Let's be honest. I tinker with 3D printers, but I use the printers to print stuff to review them with and then build printers with. I haven't done a big project on this channel. And I kind of want to do something. So I busted out the company credit card and I bought from Galactic Armory. Where's it? The Heavy Trooper armor set. So we're printing this whole thing. So right now I'm printing the helmet. We got a ways to go. But I'm going to do a Mandalorian heavy armor set. And I'm probably going to customize. I don't know if I'm going to do the gun. I think I'm going to change up some of the cuffs. I think I'm going to swap out some parts and like customize it a bit. Go kind of like, because I don't want it to, it's not going to be screen accurate. I'm going to customize it. It's just going to be fun. It's just going to be fun. Jon Favreau's character. Yeah, I went with that considering I'm like, I may not look it, but I am in the high 180, 90s. So I didn't want to, I'm not going to pull off a, what's his name? I ain't no Pedro Pascal. So I figure I'll go with the heavy armor. It give me a little bit more leeway. I did the jetpack and the gun, now I'm printing the armor. Now, how many hours of printing? I don't know. I literally started printing it the other day. So I've got the main helmet is 4 pieces. There's like the helmet and then there's stuff that goes on the helmet. So I've got the main helmet printing here. The problem is I don't want to use my colored filament because it's all going to be painted and whatnot. So I don't want to waste like, you know, my spool of sparkle lavender Sparta 3D ABS Plus. But I wanted to use good filament. So I was going to use the Polymaker ASA. The problem is I had already used some of the spool. So I'm using it for the smaller pieces. But the only full spool of black ABS/ASA that I actually still had that was full enough was the Prusament. So I'm killing a spool of Prusament ASA on the helmet, which, you know, the helmet's like the most important part. So you kind of want it to be good. How big of a printer? Well, if you look, the helmet here, actually, I gotta pull it up right here. Yeah, there you go. So the helmet's printing right there on the LDO V2. And the helmet is, this is a 300 by 300 by 280, and it fits on that printer. So we should be okay, hopefully. Yeah, so that's printing. That's 590 grams of plastic. I want to say I'm printing it with like 4 top, bottom, 3 walls, and like 20% cubic infill in ASA. How do I know it will fit you? Well, what I did was I printed a couple layers of the helmet as a band, just to kind of make sure that, you know, it does fit over the head, and it does. So if the helmet fits, it should be okay. I think it was, I'm trying to say, I think it's modeled for somebody who's 6 feet, I want to say. I can't say it. On a bunch of the other full-size armors on their website, they have like a little note saying it's like modeled for somebody who's 6 feet, and because it's armor, right? So I need to figure out an undersuit, and everything just attaches to the undersuit. So you got some room to shift stuff around. Build a Kuka paint robot. PLA. Oh yeah, I'm not doing it PLA. The whole thing's gonna be ASA or ABS. Two reasons. One, acetone welding. Two, I don't want to accidentally leave my months of work and hundreds of hours of printing project in my car and have it melt. Simple as that. Are you going to MRRF this weekend? It's going to be 90. It's going to be hot. Hope you're not wearing anything made out of PLA. So yeah, so I'm going to print the helmet. I've printed a Mandalorian helmet before. I actually threw it out because I dropped it and it broke and I never ended up doing anything. And the Mandalorian, like the stock Mandalorian helmet, fits fine. So have I tinkered with VPNs? I have not. Because I have an online presence, I don't want to punch holes in my firewall at all. Any tips for packing, shipping a printer? I'm moving next month. I got all my switchwire parts and have a modded Ender 3. Zip ties. Make sure like your carriage, zip tie that so it doesn't move. Basically, move stuff into a safe position and zip tie it so that nothing moves. You don't want your bed moving. Oh. What the hell happened there? What? Remember how I joked about I haven't had a layer shift in like 4 years? Oh no. Oh, the part came off. God dang it. Well, that sucks. And I don't have an exclude object on this. I gotta cancel that print. Shoot. That's not a layer shift, it's just the part came off. Yeah, well. Pause, cancel. Oh, I gotta drop that first layer down. First layer was too high. Oh well. Yeah, those parts weren't sticking too good. It's okay. Small parts, easy fix. Board and reprint. Easy peasy. F. Nah, exclude wouldn't have saved that. That stuff wasn't stuck to the bed that good. I gotta drop my Z offset a bit. Is there a specific day you will have the chat and chill at MRRF? Okay. I won't know until Friday night. The current plan is, obviously, I'm going to be at MRRF. For those that don't know, MRRF is Midwest RepRap Fest, Goshen, Indiana. It's like middle of nowhere. But I'm going to that. A bunch of the Voron team is going to that. We are at booth 13 or 14. 13, 14. Actually, we have two booths. Or it's one big booth. I don't know. But we will be at MRRF. If you want to see me, I don't know why you would, but if you want to see me, I'm just going to be there. I'm just going to float around wherever I end up. I'm going to be making videos and whatnot. I'll touch on that later. But the current plan is I do want to do a like hangout or meet and greet at some point, but I don't know exactly when, where, or how. So I don't know if there's like a picnic. Apparently it's a campground or it's like a fairground. So if I can find a tree, maybe we'll hide out under a tree because it's going to be hot as balls. We'll do something. We'll do something. I don't know when. I'll know more when I'm there. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at 3DPNero. I got to open up the Discord still. I'm going to have the Discord public before MRRF. If you want to get early access to the MRRF or to the Discord, consider becoming a member. I got to set up admins and whatnot still. I was going to do it last night, but then I forgot. Yeah, it's fairground. So yeah, so because I'm going to be at the Voron booth a bunch. I'm going to be walking around doing videos. Instead of bringing all the camera equipment, I'm going to do what I did for Rapid and pack light. So I've got a GoPro 10 with a Volta, which gives me extra battery. For those that don't know, I suffer from essential tremors. So my hands just always kind of shake ever so slightly. So if I'm holding a camera and it doesn't have like full balls to the walls image stabilization, it looks like, you know, a Steadicam movie. So the plan is bring the GoPro because it's got really good image stabilization. I'm just going to use this for everything. Let's be honest, image quality, once you're good, you're good. So while I do have, I'm not bringing the Sigma lenses. I'm bringing the GoPro. It's quick. It's easy. I can record stuff. I've got a audio setup. So when I'm recording audio, I can do actual proper audio. This is it. This is my whole setup for MRRF. This. If I'm doing something that needs me to interview somebody, I'll see if, you know, somebody wants to hold a camera. But I'm packing light for it. What am I using for the 1440 stream? What do you mean? And DeWitt. So I'll show you right here. So this is the part where it all goes crazy. So this is my stream. Hello, everyone. Woo. Anyways. Settings. Hopefully it doesn't show my stream key. Video. Base canvas resolution, 1440p. And there's my settings. So 18,000 kilobits, 1440p. And then I'm also at 60 FPS. Okay. How it works with YouTube, your upload cap on how much you can upload to YouTube is based on your frame rate. Okay. Let me drop that half a 0.05 mil. Okay, there we go. So if you want to upload to YouTube, if you are streaming at 1080p 30 FPS, you are limited to 6,000 kilobits per second upload. Okay. If you want to upload at a higher bit rate, you need to increase your frame rate and your resolution. So if you upload like I do at 1440p at 60 FPS, you get access to 18,000 kilobits per second upload. I like doing that. You know, this is a 4K camera. I technically could upload at 4K, I believe. The problem is the latency. When you stream, you have latency settings. So there's like normal, low, and ultra low. If you want to do normal, you can't do more than 1080p. So at 1440p, I have it at 8-second delay. So if I like do that, I don't see it on my stream for 8 seconds. So if you ask me a question, there's like an 8-second delay. So there's that. The other problem is, what is it? Oh, the advantage is this is 4K, but it's downscaled to 1440p, which allows me to zoom in on my face or the stuff on the desk, and you're still getting an unaltered image. So this is a cropped 4K image, but it's a 1440p output. So you're still getting the same number of pixels. They're not being stretched out. So when you punch in, it's not like it's taking, you know, this much and it's blowing up. It's just taking a cut out of the 4K image. So because I do the punch-ins, I like 4K downsample to 1440p. If it's new, try the zoom with the card. I've already done a 1.5-hour video on this at Rapid. I gotta make that public at some point. And then of course it also depends on your internet. I have gigabit Ethernet, so I have 1 gig down, 750 up. So uploading at 18,470 kilobits per second means nothing. Okay. You have them side by side. Curious about the noise difference between the Mark III and the Bamboo. If you were printing at the same speed, would the X1 be quieter? Maybe. It's all enclosed. The thing is, if you're buying a Bamboo, you're not printing at the speeds of Prusa prints at. You're buying this to print fast and accurately. If you bought this and you were printing it at Prusa speeds, just buy a Prusa, okay? This thing is loud. This machine is loud. No joke. This machine is probably the loudest printer I have. But all my other machines are also loud Core XY machines that are enclosed. The AMS running is noisy. Like, do not buy this if you want the printer in your bedroom. This is a printer you put in the printer room. Or in another room, in your garage, or in the basement, like I do. This is a workhorse machine. This is not a machine that you want a quiet printer, buy a Prusa. Do I have a link to the V-Minion? It would be on the RepRap website. I don't have a link on hand. But anyways, the reason this Prusa is here is my cable came out, so we can finally put the camera on this. If you had to choose one, a Bamboo X1 or Voron. I picked the Voron because I like modding and tinkering and building printers. If you came up to me and said, we are going to give you either a complete, like a built Voron 2.4 or a Bamboo, I'd take the Bamboo. But if you were asking me, do you want to build a Voron or do you want the Bamboo, I would build the Voron because that's my hobby. It depends on the person. If you are somebody who just wants to download something off Thingiverse or printables and you just want to print the flavor of the month print and have some fun with printing and you don't want to mess with your printer ever, buy the Bamboo. Okay. If you are somebody who wants to tweak and mod and DIY, then get the then build one, or get something like a Prusa that's more mod friendly. Building equals learning. Well, here's the thing though. I always see this a lot when people are like, oh, you should buy a, like this goes back to my little rant on buying crappy printers to start. I see a lot where people are like, oh, buy a crappy printer to start, you'll learn. The thing is, a lot of people, that dissuades a lot of people. You'd be surprised the amount of people that get fed up with the hobby because their first printing experience was just horrible. And then also, if you buy a crappy printer to learn on and then you fix it, how often are you refixing it? Like, oh, I bought my ender, it came with a crap extruder. I swapped it out to a good extruder. Okay. Like, I don't know. I'm personally, buy a printer that just works to start. Learn how to 3D print. And then if you want to actually play with the hardware aspect of it, then get yourself a hobby printer or a project printer or build one or buy a fixer-upper or something. Because judging what I get on comments a lot off my videos and whatnot, while a lot of people do like building stuff, a lot of people get fed up pretty quickly with printers that don't work. And I don't blame them. Are you adding the new E3D Revo Hemera fidget spinner to the Micron print? I tried it and it didn't want to print too well. So I gotta play with the settings. So I just started making a profile for this for a 0.25 nozzle the other day. The thing is, I'm loading it with prints that are like safe prints because it's a trade show, right? So while it would be fun to have it like, you know, printing whatever, I want prints that are 100% reliable. That's why like all the prints I'm loading on this print with a brim, because it just makes it a little bit more insurance. Okay. Go. That is that. This goes there. Okay. Let's plug another printer in. Let's get 5 going. Hopefully I don't blow a breaker. I have no idea how many printers I can run at once in this room. That's not something I've ever really pushed. So if the stream shuts off, you know what happened. What's the easiest way to mount a camera to a 2.4? I did a stream on it, and actually my replacement camera came in. So I got a new camera that we got to put in the 2.4. But if you look here, I can't open it because it's printing, but this camera is like right under this lip here. It's the Heart K camera something or other. That's what I'm using. Which printer is this? Printers. Yep. Contrary to popular beliefs, a stock ender just works. Maybe just for you. The amount of go on my YouTube page, go to the community page. Look at the comments on my video about enders, or not about enders, but entry-level printers, and just look how many people have responded, how much trouble they've had with some of their printers. So one person does not a sample group make. Why aren't you working camera? Is this the right printer? Print. Okay, that's the right printer. Camera ain't working. Okay. Plug it in. I was talking about the one you're taking to MRRF. Oh, what about it? Well, I'm in North America too, so there's also the 120, so I hate ribbon cables. You hate ribbon cables? I can't stand ribbon cables. You go there. Oh, shoot. Take a little cover. It is hot. Even I got the air conditioning going in this room, and even with the AC on, with all these printers running, it is a little warm in here. Okay, you're there. I've been doing a hobby for. I know what it takes to get a printer. Not everyone does. Oh, geez, yeah. So many people don't know what they're doing. Like the fact that there are whole channels in 3D printing that are devoted just to teaching newbies how to use an ender. With nothing against it. I have nothing against those channels. Like, they exist because they need to exist. But the fact that there's whole channels devoted to just teaching how to use an ender for new people to 3D printing shows you there's work that could be done in the field. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to bring the, okay, it's going to be 90 degrees out. I'm not bringing the apron. The heavy canvas apron. A lot of people think this is a leather apron. It's not, but it's hot. So I don't think I'm going to be bringing this to MRRF. Yeah, I did lower the first layer on that. Figure out why the camera's not working. Bring the lights out. I'll just get one of those like maid aprons. Bring that. Yeah, apparently last year it was so hot there the floor was sweating. So, how am I doing today? Pretty good. Baked in the sun the past couple days working on the car, but it's what it is. So again, if you haven't had the chance to enter the draw to win some filament, link in the description. Do this now. Okay, the camera is not working. Why are you not working, camera? Webcam. Enable webcam. The webcam is not working. Please tell me it's not the stupid ribbon cable that we waited way too long to show up. Okay, really? Like, really? I wait like 2 months for a ribbon cable to show up and it doesn't even work. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. Might have to reboot. Well, we did reboot it twice. Well, here's the thing. The camera was working before. So the issue was we had the camera hooked up with this ribbon cable. The problem was this ribbon cable is too short. So I ordered a longer one. And because the 30-centimeter ones aren't available in Canada, you have to order them from AliExpress or Amazon, whatever. And it comes from China anyways. So it took like however long it took to show up. And ooh, PF Dennis gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Yeah, we're going to check the old one here in a minute. Well, I plugged it in the same way. PyCam came is... There's 30 centimeters. The longest I could find was 30. And I still can't figure out why the stupid overlay don't work. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason this webcam ain't working. Okay, let's try the old cable. Just to make sure I didn't break anything. And Blake Sullivan, thank you for becoming a member. Might need to replace the back bench for racks or shell printer running soon. Oh, I'm already out of room. I've looked into it. There is a shelf that I can get for here. The problem is I can't go too deep because of the bench here, of the work toolbox here with the resin on it. So there is a shelf I can buy. Basically, it would allow me to put all the little printers up top. So I'm probably going to be picking that up actually pretty soon. I got to go pick it. I'm just waiting. Basically, I'm just waiting for it to go on sale. And then I'll have a rack here. So I'll be able to put 2 enclosed ones on the bottom, 2 middle, and then the top. I'll have a bunch of little printers probably. After the stream, clear out all the overlay settings and default save, log out, log in, start from scratch. I don't want to, here's the thing, like I've already played around with the stream elements. And I did the alert box, I redid it completely from scratch. So that's the only thing that's not working. And for some reason we played with this. It has to do with like overlays, edit. Oop, Daniel gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. So here's my overlay box. So you can see it right here. Settings, member alerts. We have the normal one, which is the bunny ears, and then we have variation settings, and then community memberships right here. So when somebody gifts a membership, it does the dancing me. And then when somebody gifts memberships, oh, I pushed the button, so it might do it. It does the dancing me. At least one. There we go. So yeah, see, so there it popped up because I activated it, but for some reason it just doesn't, like, it always defaults to the lowest one, and I don't know why. So I don't know. Colin gifted 5-2. Oh shoot, Colin, cheers, thank you. No, I tried that. I tried setting up a separate overlay. So let me like watch. So if we go in here, overlay, alert box. Okay, if I put an alert box there, member alert, variation. See, it, for some reason it did that there. I don't know why. Membership gifts, load sound, submit, image, we'll do the dancing me, okay, blank, somebody gifted a membership, okay, put that there. Submit an image, dancing me, okay, release that one, save variation. Yeah, so now it should pop up if I put, oh, it's saved. So it won't play though because I have to enable member alerts, okay? So now I enable it, but the problem is we have the problem where it'll play there, but then the moment somebody gifts something, gifts membership, it defaults to this one. And I don't know why. So if I turn it off though, like it always defaults to that very first one, and I don't know why. So I don't know. Thanks for giving you something to watch while building my 2.4. Cheers. So yeah, so I don't know. I have both set up there. So there. I've got both. So if it works, it works. I don't know. How's that coming along? Pretty good. I will say this Prussian ASA prints like butter. Engrave the wallet. Cheers. I gotta give that a shot. Oh, by the way, load. Okay, so yeah, so this ribbon cable works. Wow, talk about shaky. There we go. Stop shaking. There we go. So yeah, so that ribbon cable works. I think I know what it is. this. There we go. Okay. On. And see, it defaulted. And I don't know why. It always defaults to that the basic one, and I don't know why, and I can't override that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Refresh. I don't know. Panzercat, cheers for the 5 gifted community memberships. I did make a second one. That's right. We had the one over here. This one over here was, this one was the second one. And all I did was this, like, yeah. So I don't know why it's not working. Seems like a bug. I know. Basically, I'll message Stream Elements and see if they say anything about it. Because Stream Elements has actually been pretty cool with like adding them on Twitter and replying pretty quick. So Daniel Batista, isn't he a wrestler? 5 cheers. Thank you for your work. Have a beer on me at Murph. I will. Here's something towards the community as well. Cheers. I will say beer at Murph could be pretty good. Okay, let's see. Reload. Nope, still not working. The webcam is not working. I don't know why not. Looking forward to Murph and whatever coverage comes out. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. AC is normal for steppers. Oh yeah, steppers can get up to about 100 before you actually got to worry about them. Try a small piece of tape. I do have Captain. I wish it would be easier if I could tell which side was actually causing the issue. Captain on the back. What are we doing today? Printers are printing. We're hanging out and chatting. I don't want to dive into anything because basically I got Murph this week and I'm gonna be busy. Oh, and by the way, for those wondering about the Prusa Mini and the very first print off of it, because you know how we got that built. I don't have the print because I threw it in the garbage because we got heat creep and it clogged up. So we're not even gonna get a print off that before we mod it. Ben Heck would make some delicious Wisconsin beverages if you like. Maybe visit him. Ben Heck, why does that sound familiar? Ben Heck. Ben Heck. Why does that sound familiar? I'm putting the, well, I'm assuming the contacts are on the same side as this because this has silver, you know, gold on one side and not gold on the other. And I'm putting it on exactly the same way. So in the heck does electronics tutorial on YouTube? Is he the guy who did like the modded, like he put like an Xbox like 360 in a shoe case or something? Like, is that guy? Yep. Okay. That side. What you doing today? Trying to get a camera to work. And then printing a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, so by the way, so for the Mandalorian suit, the heavy Mandalorian armor, probably work on it on stream. I think I'm gonna try and do the full suit. I think I'm gonna try and do a full suit. I've never actually done a big project with my 3D printers. And I made the mistake of following too many people on Twitter who do like cosplay and whatnot. So like Willow and Off Earth, I think that's what the channel's called. So I made the mistake of following too many people that do cosplay and like other make suits and whatnot with 3D printers, and so now I kind of want to do something like that. So it's like, shoot, I'm a fool. I've played myself. Yeah, the long camera cable that I've been waiting for, like, I don't know, however long ago we ordered. It's been weeks. I know it's been weeks. Shows up and now it's not working. So we're trying a few different things. Putting some Captain on it, see if it's a contact issue. I'm gonna get. I don't even know. Okay, so I live in Southern Ontario, Canada. I don't think there's any of that near me, 501st or anything like that. I'm building it just because I want to. And it's not going to be screen accurate. I'm not going to make it screen accurate. I'm not going to do screen colors. It's just going to be something fun I want to do on my own. It'll be like, you know, the original character, Do Not Steal. Okay, so per somebody's suggestion, we put some Captain tape on the back of the connector to hopefully get a better connection. Now we're going to see if it works. Put a Benchy launcher on it. Ooh. Print it. Okay. Paper straws. Okay. Remember when you were a kid? Okay, remember when you were a kid, you're eating a popsicle. And you finish the popsicle and you got that last little bit that's on the wood. And you pull it out of your mouth and the wood, like, is on your tongue. And you know how that, like, makes you shiver? Because it feels horrible? Paper straws. And McDonald's now has paper or wooden forks made out of that. Yet, you know, this is plastic. You know, plastic straws were barely a fraction of a percent of all the plastic waste. Ugh. Webcam stream loading. Webcam stream loading does not load. What the heck is going on? I don't know why it's not loading. Shoot. Well, that's annoying. Like, it worked with this cable, but it's not working with this cable. Did they outlaw? Yeah, nope, we got no plastic bags either. So now you have to buy a giant, massive, solid plastic tote. Or, you know, a crappy bag you always forget at home. So you got to rebuy the plastic bag because you forgot it at home. Cable directional. Well, here's the thing. Like, if you look at the cable, okay? I'm not taking out. So this is the one that we know worked. It's got gold on one side, and on the other side, it's black, okay? I have this one plugged in exactly the same way. So, in directional, I don't know. There's one end that's little, and there's one end that's big, because it has to go from the Raspberry Pi Zero to the full-size Pi Cam. So one side has to be little, one side has to be big. Well, I don't know what a multimeter can do other than continuity tests. Like, it's the same traces. Yeah, just a physical change, just a cable. All it is extensions. And we did go back to the original cable and it worked, so. Continuity, yeah, continuity. So I don't think we're having continuity issues. Like, I can do a continuity test to see if it does anything. I need to get a better multimeter one of these days. Okay. Okay, so on the very first one I test, no continuity. I got nothing. On the very first, okay, let me try from the other side. Okay, that's continuity. Continuity. That's continuity. So is it one? Do I got one dead trace? Is that? Do I need that trace? I don't even know. Heat gun. I don't know what a heat gun would do. Like, I could try scuffing them with some sandpaper, see if... Shine them up a bit, maybe? It's like lacquer on it or something. I don't see anything under the cable. Check the working one, I will. No, not sandpaper, use white eraser. I haven't touched an eraser since like grade school. Okay, so that one connects. Okay, now it's working. Well, it wasn't working before, and now it's connected. So maybe... Try it again. Extra of that tape. Having all the printers except the Trident switch wire. No, the switch wire is not running. The Trident's not. V1.8 isn't. Tallboy isn't. I've had to move a bunch of printers to the other room. I am so, like, I am so lacking for room right now. Oh, by the way, whoever it was, I'm calling somebody out. Okay, I don't know who it was because I can't be bothered to go look it up. But on the, I made a community post, was it last week? Earlier this week? I can't remember. Saying like, oh, you know, I know a lot of people want me to build a positron. Unfortunately, you know, it uses a bunch of custom components and I don't have the ability to manufacture them myself. So until kits come out, I won't be able to do a positron build. And then somebody's like, oh, you got, you know, take the initiative. You know, you should totally do one. Or what? I can't remember what he said, but basically they were like, you need to get into machining, you need to make it yourself. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the equipment for it. Like, I don't. I have some 3018 based like DC routers that have like 30-watt spindles. I'm not cutting aluminum with those. And I don't have the room for it. Oh, it's the excuses, you should be afraid. I'm like, dude, I worked in a tool shop for like 7 years. I know all about machining. I have no problems with machining. I don't have the equipment or the space for it. Well, you got room for Vorons. I'm not cutting metal in my basement. I don't know why you're so aggressive, buddy, but like, I'm working on getting some more powerful equipment for the Burr stuff because we want to do some of that. Believe me, I know. And I'm working on getting the garage set up, but I'm not machining in my basement. So, I don't know. I know, it was more the attitude. Like the way he was saying, or I don't know if it was he, the way they were like stating stuff. They're just like, you need to do this. I'm like, dude, you don't know the situation. Ready? I have this much free room. Where do you want me to set up a CNC and cut chips? Where am I gonna run? Where am I gonna run a coolant exhaust fan? Or a mister? Yeah, I want to fill this room with coolant. You don't owe us anything. Well, I owe you content, and it's still not working. I don't know what's up with this. Like, I do not know what is up with this. Will I be getting to? I want to. I'm working on, there's some stuff that's kind of, you know, emails have been sent to a few people about getting some stuff done. I do want to get into subtractive. I do. It just, I need the room for it. And for those, oh, just do it in the garage. It's almost 40 degrees Celsius in my garage right now. Hot. I'm going to show you the old one. Yep, we've already tried the old one. The old one works just fine. Need some cheese. Would you like some cheese with that wine, good sir? All right. I'm going to check all the contacts, see if we got continuity on all of them. Good for printing ABS, yeah. So right now, if I want to print ABS on any of my machines and not have to enclose it, I can just put it in my garage. Yep, I know LDO's working on a kit. That's, and I think a few others are as well for the positron. So, freaking Jason from LDO. As soon as, you know, community derived open source 3D printer, I'm on that shit. That's LDO right now. Do a Colin Furs. His basement in his geography makes a lot more sense for that. Basically, I've got one of the, well, not a Great Lake, but I have a lake about 400 meters that way. And this whole area used to be boggy swamp. So it's all clay and a low water level. And every couple of years we get a storm that floods everyone's basements. So I'm not digging a tunnel in my backyard. Go. Continuity testing time. So what I've gone and I've stuck both ends to the table. So this way they don't move, so I can easily check them. Okay, so pin 1. Continuity. Pin 2. Okay. Pin 3. Okay. Pin 4. Okay. 5. Okay. Okay, so I got continuity on all the pins. How much pounds, stones, whatever units of VHP are using through each year? I don't know. Every time I build a boron, I get a whole new roll of it. So I've still got a bunch of partial rolls, so we're good. Doesn't have a buzzer. No, this thing's ancient. The crappy Mastercraft one. It was you, Bernard? Ah. Oh, I'm fully aware of my capabilities. It's literally, I want to. I just logistically can't at this time. I guess you need to reboot the Pi. Oh. My brother in Christ, that's what we've been doing the whole time. Don't speak ill of Mastercraft. I do what I want. Actually, that would probably be a good Mastercraft because it's like crappy tire cheaping out on Mastercraft, so it might be okay. Bought an old fluke. I want to get a fluke. I just, honestly, for what I use it for just continuity testing. You don't need a, let's be honest, you can get by with, an LED and a 9-volt battery when you're doing continuity testing. It's a boutique. I wouldn't call Mastercraft boutique, but it's Canadian Tire's in-house brand. Whoop. Well, I just popped the whole lens mechanism off this, so. Yep. If this doesn't work, we're calling it. Because I have literally no idea what else it could be. Yeah, it's working with the other cable. It's working with the original cable, and we've tried it. Enable camera. Yeah, this has been working. All we were doing is swapping out a cable, which is strictly connectors. It's a wire. So we shouldn't have to do anything because we've already swapped back to the original cable to verify it still works, and it does. So it's something with this cable is making it not want to work. Boutique CT. See, we just all call it crappy tire up here. Yeah, mass. Well, yeah, they were good until they started making everything in China. That too. What's the bamboo printing? It's printing that it's printing that waterfall tower castle thing that everyone and their uncle has already printed on it. I haven't printed it yet, so I want one. Impedance of the longer cable. It could be. Because I know they normally don't make cables this long. I could try a different camera. Like. Oh. Ah. No, that one's on. I don't think I have a spare. I got one in there, one in there. I have one more. Where did I put it? I know I had another camera. Clean pads with ISO. Yeah, see, it's trying to load. Clean pads with ISO. Well, we've already kind of scraped them just to make sure it was a good connector. Pack for MRRF? No! It's wanting to connect. It's a Raspberry Pi camera Rev 1.3. Add some flubber. If it doesn't not have a ground pin, it will try to boot but won't work. Well, we've checked continuity and all the pins got continuity, so should be okay. See, the problem is I have all these cables. Problem is they're too big. Let me go dig. I could have sworn I have an extra Pi cam somewhere. What are we wiring? We're trying to get a camera to work. It doesn't want to. Enable webcam support. Save. So it's different because normally before it would not work, and now it's just thinking about it. Check continuity on the original cable. Well, I'm assuming, yeah, they all are straight across. Like, I've visually inspected the wiring. They look exactly the same, and they all go straight across. There's no switching on the cable. It's not like any of the wires do that. Wire from another. The problem is I don't have any that are free. Let's see, what do I got back here and all this? Duet, Taco, the Ender 3 thing. I've got one of these. Webcam, yeah, got that, but that's not a ribbon cable camera. Oh no, the cable's straight right now. The cable is straight. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Defective cable. It's got to be a defective cable. That's the only thing I can think of is defect. Well, the fact that it popped out right there. Maybe it wasn't in all the way that time. I can't think of an impedance thing. Like, it could be an impedance thing, but people are saying in chat there that they've had longer ones work. So I don't think it's an impedance thing. Well, we've done a continuity test. Have you checked the setting of the connector? I can't put it in the other way around. One side's bigger than the other. Okay. So now it's not working again. Add size for size. This wasn't even the plan for the stream. This was just, oh, I need, you know, a 2-second thing, and then we were going to get something printing on here. Let me make sure. Yeah, that looks right. So you got the connector, the gold side is facing the PCB on that. Yeah, so the gold side faces the PCB. Because it's got to be one of these funky ones where you got the smaller on one side, bigger on the other, because of how big the connector is on the high 0. Yeah. I don't know. If I have intermittent connection with one of the trays, maybe. For all I know, maybe. I don't know. Underpowered Pi? I don't think so. It's a Pi 0. It doesn't draw that much power in the camp, and it works again with the cable that came with it. I just need a longer one. It's a Waveshare long camera. This is the cable. That is I think this is the Waveshare cable that has like a 3-week shipping time that took like months on one that works. We know the camera works. We know the Pi works, and the shorter cable works. It works fine with this short cable. It just, you put a longer cable on, it don't work. Simple as that. The gaps are the same. There is no gap. It is as wide as it is wide. There is no gap. I can't shimmy this from one side to the other at all. Yeah, there is no shimmy there. We've already tried putting tape on it to see if that'll help the connection. Does not. Yeah, we've already tried putting tape on it to get a bigger connection, and it does not. Cable firmware needs to be updated. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume it don't work and call it a day. In the contacts, I already scuffed them. I already wiped them off with a abrasive just to make sure they were good. I've never had to clean off oxidation either, ever. And they're brand new out of the package, so. I'm gonna try updating the firmware here in a minute. Could be the cable firmware. Actually, do I even have IPA in this room? I do. Yep, we've tried the original short cable. It worked with the short cable. Into the bin. I'm going to try one more time. Then I'm going to clean it. And if it don't work, then we'll ISO it. Shake the sail bit. I gotta shake the old bites out. We know it's the cable because it's worked. It worked. It worked before. It worked going back to the original setup. We know it's the cable. It's gotta be the cable. That's the only variable. Yeah, I bought a single cable. Hi. Oop. It froze. Nope. Ooh. Okay, so it worked for a second. It's the cable. Something's bad with the cable. Gotta be the cable. We've already checked the continuity. Like, the connector looks like it's, like, not broken, but it's... Yeah, like... Focus. Heat it, please. Heat it with what? Don't waste any more time. Well, Colin, we don't really have much else to do on this stream. Put in a bag of rice. That looks crusty. Can you tin it? Is that a thing? Trim the end with a razor blade. You can tin it. I'm gonna try tinning it. Maybe tinning it? Don't. No? Okay. I don't have a heat gun at solder temps. I don't have a heat gun that can do that. Okay, so tinning it sounds like a bad idea. Okay, that will warp the whole thing. Okay. So I'm wondering here, let's clean it. Hit it with like Scotch-Brite or something, and then I'll put a little bit of VHB on the back, or not VHB. Try and get a better connection. Crimp a ferrule. I'll put ferrules on it. That'll work. Here, let's put ferrules on it. That'll work. Why do you guys want me to heat it up? Like, we're not going to get it to the point where it melts. The lengths are the same. Okay, cleaned with ISO. Cleaned with ISO. Do Amazon CA? I believe so. Because it just goes to a post office box, so that's fine. It's you can't ship anything through a courier service. That's the issue. So if you try to send me something through a courier service, I won't get it. But if you send something through like the normal mail, which I believe that's what Canada Post does. Okay. There we go. What about Times New Roman? Oh, that could work. I've already tried the connector the other way around. Compare the pitch. I did already. I already put them side by side. Oh well, it is what it is. It only has contact points on one side. We've already got a continuity test and it's fine. Check the female connections. Well, I have no reason to believe... Okay. It's working. Okay. It's working. So, I'm going to put... Okay. So the cable is being held. Okay. I'm holding the cable down. Okay. You can see it there. So let's move the camera around. Okay, so it's not the camera connection. So it's not on the camera side. Is it? It's where it plugs in. That's the problem. Where it plugs in is the problem. So it's something not making a good connection on that side. Where did my little screwdriver use? Go. Oh, on the floor. Yeah. Joseph, 20, cheers. Thinning the cable is fine, gets less flexible. Find the cracked copper first. The cable will take soldering temps. Make sure the solder doesn't bridge the pin. Grab scissors and cut the cable in small pieces and use that confetti when you announce the printer food winner. So we know it's something on this side. So we know it's something on this side. Thomas sounds right. You're gonna say I'm sort of trying to fix a $5 cable. Just imagine how much it would be if it was a union. Need quotes. Yeah, we need some quotes. We need some supervisors. I mean, hey, this is giving me content. I didn't have anything planned for today. And let's be honest, this isn't even a $5 cable. This is like a 10-cent cable that's being sold for $5. That's being marketed as $11. Shorten the cable. It's already pretty short. Like comparing it to the stock one, it's much shorter. So it goes in. It goes in all the way. Like it I hate these stupid connectors. Yeah, it goes in all the way. So the copper pads go in all the way. Yeah, the metal contact pads are shorter, but they go in all the way. Like the contact pads are pretty much as long as it takes to go all the way in. Like I can't go any further in. Like they're like equal length, I guess. Here, let me put a piece of Captain on and then not put it in all the way. See if that helps. I mean, it's worth a shot. We're not doing anything else today. Try not pushing it in all the way. Okay. So we're gonna try. Yep, we cleaned the end. Woo! This wasn't even the plan. Literally the plan was to get this in, quickly throw the camera in, and then just get something printed and then like talk about MRRF and stuff. Instead, here we are trying to get a freaking $5 cable to work. You know what that is? You know what that is, folks? That's the quality content you subscribe to this channel for. I wouldn't have it any other way. Quality content, and that's with a capital K for quality. Walk away from the cable. This is the last attempt. If it don't work here, we're done. If it don't work here, we're done. Quality. Oh yeah, I got no... Dang it, I went to go get a drink for my ice. Nothing is worse than going to get a drink from something and then realizing you just finished it. Literally, nothing is worse. I'm like, I'm gonna get one more drink of that iced coffee or iced cap, and nope. Thomas, keep quality content coming. Quality. Yeah, see, now we're back in the stream loading loop. Yeah. Dead Jim. Yeah. The fact that it just pops out. Dead Jim. I'm going to try tinning it. I got nothing to lose. I'm going to try tinning it. Got nothing to lose. It's already dead. I mean, worst comes to worst, it's dead. It can't be any more dead. Unless somebody correct me? Can it be deader than dead? SSH. Restart it. So I'm gonna throw a quick tin on it, see if that works. If not, whatever. Somebody says tinning will fix it, so. This kills the pie. I better not kill a pie. Okay. Being fancy here. I'm actually using the Louis Rossmann brand flux. And yes, I have the proper thing for it, but I do not want to go dig for it. So. All the flux. What siren? TS100. I think that's it. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty freaking good. I don't know if we can focus in on that. That looks pretty good there, guys. Rhett, thank you for becoming a member. Where did the crappy multimeter go? Where did I put my crappy multimeter? Chat, where did I put my multimeter? So the problem is the contacts are so small, it's going to be fun to try and actually do a proper continuity test on it. But I'm pretty sure these are all bridged. I'm pretty sure I bridged them all. Maybe not. Problem, I can't. The tips aren't pointy enough to do this right. Unhook the pie. The pie's not hooked up to anything. JG 14's R. Cheers. Connected to the camera. Oh, it's still connected to the camera. Why didn't you guys say so? You said pie. Okay, that's better. Okay, there we go. This is such a pain in the arse, by the way. Okay. I think we're good. You know what? You know what this is, guys? If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, we got a new clip for the intro. I need to update it anyways. The intro doesn't have my beard. Sand it. Why are you saying sand it? Like, worst comes to worst, we kill a Raspberry Pi Zero. It's not like, you know, Raspberry Pi Zeros are kind of hard to get across right now. Don't sand it. This is the problem with YouTube or any live stream. You got somebody's like, this is how you do it, and then you have somebody going, no, this is how you do it, and I don't know who to trust because I don't trust any of you. I do have a spare Pi Zero, so worst case scenario. Okay, got that. How much content? We got almost 2 hours of content out of this. This is great. I'm loving this. Yeah. All this for a crappy cable. Mike 10, cheers. Contribution for the quality cable funds. Okay. Anyone want to say a few words before I flip the switch? Lady of the party, what are we printing? We don't know yet. We might get some sparks here. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Rip, rip, go. Oh, the printer turned on. I wish there was more status LEDs to let me know. If it works, I'm going to Disneyland. Prusa i3 Mark III S OK. Okay. Waiting on the Pi to boot now. Well, I see a little green LED. We got a little green LED on it. What are we doing? Trying to get a $3 cable to work for the past hour and a half. And printing stuff. We're also going to give away some filament. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some filament from Polymaker, link in the description. Go enter that now. How many people have entered? How many people? What are we at? We're at 499 entrants, but only 240 likes. The math does not compute. Well, okay, so it's working. So the issue we had last time is the moment I touch the cable, it stops working. Say hello to yourself, chat. Everyone in chat, wave. Everyone in chat, wave. You can see yourself. Everyone in chat, wave at yourself. Chat, wave at yourself. Everyone say hi. Put the little cover on. Can we get some pogs in the chat? Heck yeah. Blurry cam. All this to get a $3 cable to work with a knockoff Pi cam. An hour ago, someone said the tin. Yeah, somebody said tin the ends, and then everyone else freaked saying don't tin the ends. And what do? We tin the ends, it works. I blame Millhouse. Okay, let's print something. What are we going to print? Let's unload the filament out of here for one. Unload filament. What do you guys want to print? You want to do that? Let's do that E3D thing. Yeah, we'll do the E3D thing in the purple and in the bi-directional stuff. Okay, let that go. Ken Gross, member for 5 months. Impressive. Most impressive. Honestly, I'm just surprised the whole thing freaking worked. I honestly did not think that would work. $60 in label. Hey, there's content. It's a tax write-off, right? Print a Mandalorian. I got what we're doing right now. Okay, so let's get Prusa Slicer loaded up here. So E3D has a little print challenge thing out. It's like a Chimera. So we're going to see how that prints on here. If we know it ain't going to print on the Prusa Mini because we got to rebuild the whole bloody thing already. Okay. Chimera fidget toy. This is... the beat is super annoying. I don't know, filament. Oh, we gotta trim it. There we go. So this is like a torture test print. We're gonna print it at. We're gonna do 1 point. Yeah, we'll do speed, whatever. Let's be honest, speed on a Prusa isn't that fast. Or you know what? You know what? We'll do quality. We'll do quality. Agent Monroe, $5.99. Cheers. Look, we trusted you when you were just some guy. I think we lost. OBS crashed. OBS crashed. Hello? 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 I don't know. Can you guys hear me? My whole computer just locked up. Hello? I don't know if you... my computer froze. OBS crashed, and now Chrome has crashed. Okay, Chrome. What is going... Chrome. Okay. In task. Okay. Restore. I don't know. Can you guys see me? I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? Hello? 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 You can hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. OBS just crashed, and then also my Chrome just locked right up. Okay. So we got this little test print. It's like a little torture test, so like it moves and whatnot. So let's export G-code. Boy. Upload. Oh, it's the China spyware. That's right. We put the China USB stick in here. Occasional black dropouts also. According to OBS, I haven't dropped anything all stream. Like I checked it. I look at OBS every now and then on stream, and it normally will say, if you drop a frame, it tells me, and I haven't dropped a frame all night. So except for that stutter right there. Yeah, I uploaded it. Where's it at? Where are you at? There it is. Okay. Print. Maybe 4 dropout. Oh. Ever try printing with tin? No. Why would I do that? And I did reboot this computer. This computer was off until this morning, so. Is anything eating all my memory? No. Anything weird running? No. Stream Deck. Oh. GPU crypto miner. Why would I mine crypto, especially right now? No, I've never been into crypto at all, and I don't plan on starting anytime soon. I gotta tin my CPU. We'll tin the CPU, guys. Yeah, look, the camera's working. Yeah. Mining E3D coin. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 printers running right now, plus the computer, plus all the lighting. I don't want to know what my power bill is going to be. The AC kicks on, everything turns off. The micro I'm printing in here? It is. We got a jam? Ah, shoot. Yeah, we got a jam on the Micron. Oopsie doodles. I honestly, 0.25 millimeter nozzle has been kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm printing fast with it. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a hard clog. You know what, I'm gonna swap that out. Yep. Yeah, jammed up. Oh well. Oh well. Cancel print. Great. Yeah, honestly, I probably should be running a dust filter on this printer with the small nozzle. Oh, it's coming along so good. Oh, that overhang. So good. Oh well. Oh well. Is what it is. Yeah, I normally run point. I normally don't run the small nozzles. This is actually like the first time I'm actually dedicatedly trying to get a good profile on a 0.25. It's just not something I normally do. What time is it anyways? 4 o'clock. What am I gonna do for dinner? Pizza? Pizza. It's kind of like usually what we do now on Tuesdays. Get some pizza. So who's going to Murph? Let's see here. Let's do a poll in chat. You going? I can't type. Jeez. Going to Murph? There you go. What do I normally run? A 0.4. I normally run a 0.4. Like with Revo, I've been playing around with different nozzle sizes a lot more with Revo. But this is like lately, this is the first time I've actually been trying to use a 0.25 regularly. What is Murph? Midwest RepRap Fest. It's like the big 3D printing like convention thing. That helmet's gonna be badass. Might go only 3.5 hours. Murph is 1,200 miles from me. See, luckily for me, like Murph, like for where I live, Murph, I'm surprised Murph is where it is. I can actually go to it. It's a 4-hour drive. As long as I don't get stuck at the border. But the Earth is like an 11-hour drive. So Earth might be pushing it a little too much. I don't think there is a West Coast. There was Maker Faire, I think was the West Coast equivalent. Bay Area Maker Faire is long gone. Okay. Wish there was a West Coast version. Yeah, from what I understand, there is no WRF. There's ERF and Murph. And apparently Murph is very much a party. Barf, Bay Area RepRap Fest. That's a good one. That's a good one. How does ERF compare to Murph? ERF apparently, from my understanding, I've never been to either, okay? The plan was, I was going to go to Murph 2020, and then something happened. I don't know if you know about it. There was a thing that happened in 2020. And then last year, I could have gone last year. I was tempted to. I knew it wouldn't have been that big, and it wasn't that big last year. But the border was closed. I couldn't cross the border. I would have had to like quarantine for 2 weeks coming back, and wouldn't have made sense. So for the past 2 years, I haven't been able to go to anything in the States because of the border closures. So. Do you think you'd be a YouTuber if the thing hadn't happened? Honestly, the fact that lockdowns, like literally this channel, so for those that are new, hi, welcome to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, thing as I do, links in the description. And also don't forget to enter for the draw for the Polymaker filament. But anyways, I had, this channel is like from 2006. This is my personal YouTube channel. But when I got involved with Voron, I did a few random little tutorial videos and put them on this channel. They did okay, but nothing major. And then when all the lockdowns started, like I think it was like May 2020, I was bored. I was like, you know what? I got to rebuild. I think it was Tallboy. Tallboy the first build. Yeah, Tallboy was the first build on the channel. I had to rebuild it. It was a 2.2. I had to tear it down and rebuild it into a 2.4. And for the teardown, I was bored. I was like, you know what? I'll stream it. I'll stream the teardown. And that's how this whole thing started, was just me live streaming builds because I got bored, and then I did videos, and I still view myself more as a streamer than a video. That's why I don't do a lot of video content. I do video content, but I mostly view myself as a streamer. But yeah. But yeah, if it wasn't for COVID and all the lockdowns, I probably wouldn't have had the time and the motivation to actually start streaming. And I think a lot of people have that same, like, if you look around, a lot of people got into streaming when, you know, all the lockdowns, because there was nothing else to do. The tall boy build got me through my 2.4. Well, now luckily we have the LDO build. So the LDO build's a little bit more updated compared to the tall boy build. Much better audio. Oh, I'm running a much heavier filter. Like normally I run a very mild noise gate on my audio, but the fact that I have 5 printers going in this room, including the Bamboo and 2 V2s and a Micron and a Prusa, having a heavy noise gate is probably a little bit helpful right now. Because if I turn the noise gate off, so there we go, no noise suppression. Enjoy. How bad is it? That ain't that bad. This is the loudest thing. Everything else, you just hear fans. So yeah. Noise suppression engaged. There we go. It's not that bad. It's just constant. Like if my computer room is the room above this, I hear this. I hear this when it does the filament change. If you sit there without headphones on and you listen, you hear this. Are we almost done with that overhang? Almost. We're almost at the eyes. ASMR stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna go live one day with just a webcam looking at 5 printers printing with audio boosted for ASMR. Okay, how many people are going to MRRF? 6%. Not a lot. Yeah, I kind of figured. It's gonna be hot. It's looking like it's gonna be like mid 80s to like 90s at MRRF this year. Does the Bamboo have a... No, the Bamboo doesn't have a chamber heater. My poop box out of the way. This is the Euro-friendly stream. Yeah. I'm legit surprised the camera's still working. All I had to do is tin the connections. It was just bad connections. And we didn't short anything, so yay. Oh yeah, so housekeeping. Because I'm probably gonna end the stream at around 4:30 today, by the way. So if you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, I don't know, we'll probably do it, you know what, Thursday will be the member, oh no, I got a pack. Tomorrow will be the members only stream. So for those that don't know, every month, the second last week of the month, I usually do a members only stream. It's usually the Wednesday or the Thursday. And it's just members only. So if you're a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, there'll be a link for that. I'm going to make a community post. I'm going to try and get a bunch of questions, whatnot. And it's basically just an open floor. We hang out kind of like today's stream, but a lot more informal and a lot more swearing usually. So that's every month we do that. So if you don't want to miss out, consider becoming a member of the channel. With the Discord, hopefully launching this week, like fully launching instead of the soft launch, we're going to be doing a lot more community stuff starting in the summer. So that'll be fun. So that will be tomorrow. And we'll be basically, you'll watch me pack, basically, I think. Or I might test the mobile setup and just stream from my backyard. We'll figure something out. Tinning connection is the equivalent of updating the firmware on the cable. Yeah, I've already been streaming for 2 hours. Normally, my normal streams are 3 hours. I like 3 hours. That's enough time that I think is enough to, like, everyone can hang out for a bit. There's enough content there. And I don't like short streams. I like my 3 hour stream. I think 3 hours is a good amount of time. Except when I go crazy and stream for 10 hours and build a V0 from scratch. Type of cable will you be fixing? I don't know. Maybe a USB-C. Or a SCSI cable. Maybe we'll fix a SCSI cable. Perfect length. Yeah, so if you figure I stream 3 days a week, 3 hours of stream, that's 9 hours of content a week. That's, you know, that's better than some of the bigger YouTubers. And I don't gotta edit shit. I love it. I hate editing. SCSI cable. VZ bot build. Eventually. Stuff's being worked on. Pico the Brit gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Fix Comcast. I live in Canada. I don't gotta deal with Comcast. We got Bell. So this should be done for tomorrow. Because this is at 61%. So this should be done tomorrow morning. That should be done tonight. I like live streaming. I hate editing. Me too, man. 10 Halt 2015. Thank you for coming a member. I have to buy the Revo Voron. I hope it is fun to print with. Can't wait to hold it. Yeah, Revo Voron's fun. Like, I don't have a Revo Voron on hand because they're all in machines, but I do got a Revo 6 right here. And like, such a good design. Like, I know there's no high flow yet, but literally for like 90% of people involved in 3D printing, this is like the perfect hot end because you don't got to worry about ooze. You just plug it in, cold nozzle swaps. It just works. It just works. New Patreon supporter. How do we get in? Okay, so Kevin, so if you're new, how it works for the member streams, and I always say this at the beginning of the member stream, which by the way, I'll make the last month private member stream public tomorrow. I'll try to remember to do that because member streams I make public a month later. Because of the way YouTube works, I have to do 2 streams. So YouTube notifications suck. We all know that, okay? So to get the most people notified, I have to make the stream a members stream. So when I launch a stream, I set it for members only. That way, if you're a YouTube member, you get a notification and it shows up and it notifies you. And the whole notification system works when it decides to work. The problem with that is if the stream is a members only stream, Patreon supporters don't see it. I can't send you a link. You can't get in unless you're a member. So what I have to do is I have to launch a second stream that's unlisted and then give you a link for that. So I actually stream to 2 separate streams at the same time. So the unfortunately the chat overlay doesn't work either. And the whole overlay doesn't work. But that way those on YouTube get all the notifications and everything still works. But also Patreon people can get their separate stream where they can enter. It's stupid and I hate it. But there's no way for me to have a stream that notifies all the members and also invite the Patreon folk. Because if I just make a single unlisted stream, a bunch of the tools don't work. And also the YouTube folk don't get any notifications. So hope you have a great time at MRRF. I hope so too. Do I ever run input shaping calibration with the hot end part cooling fan running? I've tried it and it seems to get better results, but not a thing in the documentation. Input shaping. I don't think it would be that big of a difference, really. Because input shaping is vibration. So, well, the fan would act kind of like, depending how big your fan is. Because it would act like a gyroscope almost. Do I have to return the bamboo? Nope. So for those wondering about the bamboo and like all the evil NDAs and contracts I've had to sign, they emailed me and they're like, hey, Well, actually, somebody put me in touch with them because they're like, hey, did you get in this? I'm like, no. They're like, do you want to play with one? I'm like, yes. So somebody got me in contact with the Bamboo Lab team, and they're like, hey, we like Vorons. You want to play with one? I'm like, yes. They're like, okay, what's your address? And then they shipped it to me. I'm not under any contract or NDA or anything. I can do whatever I want with this machine. The member stream will probably be a little bit later. Yeah, probably be a little bit later because I gotta today. Like the reason I stream at 2 o'clock today and Friday is because of like work schedules with my wife and the little guy in daycare. This is like the optimal time, or the only time that I could just do whatever. If I do it too early, then all the North Americans are still sleeping. So this, I think, is like the most optimal time because there's people in North America still watching. I know it's very European friendly time. I know the Friday or the Saturday stream is very late for the Europeans. So I think this is like a good middle ground that gets like the most people. Hugo Rudd, thank you for becoming a member. Have you ever tried to change first layer height when switching nozzle size with the reload? I have not on any of the machines that have the Z switch, which are all my machines that are running remotes. Because I haven't switched nozzles on the switch wire. The switch wire just has a 0.4. Actually, the switch wire doesn't even have a nozzle in it right now. I gotta put the nozzle in it. Where is the nozzle? Here's the nozzle. I might put this in here. Honestly, I'm probably gonna put a 0.4 in the micron just so I have less issues at MERV. Don't forget Asia. Oh yeah, the Asia folk. There's a few Aussies here. Finishing packing up. I'm not bringing much. I'm bringing I'm driving. So luckily, since I'm driving to MERV, I don't have to worry about like luggage or anything like that. So I'm bringing the micron. I should probably bring a spool of filament of something. What else? What else? Bring the micron. I got to bring the camera equipment, which will just go in the bag. And then I'm just going to bring a small luggage with clothes. Take 2 seconds to pack. Yeah, I got to reslice everything. Yeah. I'm basically doing a few prints with the 0.25 to bring with the printer. And then afterwards, it's a little under extruded on that one. Failed extruder fans. Take some of the bamboo green. I've got enough of that. Are you gonna revo the Prusa? The Mini. So the Prusa Mini that we built, I tried to do one print on it and it already heat clogged because the fan that came with the kit is Garbo. So we're just gonna revo it. We're gonna do it anyways. Might as well do it now. Well, probably next Saturday. Print Neurocoins. I don't have Neurocoins. I might do some. You know what? Can the bamboo do that? And the bamboo. What's the website? What's the website that turns images into propane? Upload an image, choose file. Let's see here. Logo. Show circle, upload image. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Okay. Charlie, thank you for becoming a member. Hey, that works. Okay, frame. Okay, download. Okay, so open that in the bamboo slicer. Lay it down. Where is lay down model on here? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, wait. Maybe I should probably show you a screen. Modifier. Let's lay down. Head rotated. There you go. Okay. So, what colors are my logo? Do I have a picture of my logo anywhere? What does my logo look like? We got only benchies. Okay. But the problem is I got a fade in it. What do we need? We need, oh, where'd it go? We need black, white, blue, orange. Those are the three colors we can play with. But the problem is the fade. So black, white, blue, dark blue. Okay. Yeah, black, white. Wow, my computer is really chonking on this. Light blue. Dark blue? Objects. Light blue. Okay. Okay. So. I could do orange on the bottom. So let's see here. So we need the text white. Oh wait, no, we want white. Like you can paint with this. It's actually pretty good. You can set like how like aggressive it is for the autofill. It's basically like if you've played with Microsoft Paint, you know how you can like use the paintbrush, like the paint bucket, and you could set how like aggressive the paint bucket is. You can basically do the same thing with this. And it's not perfect. Believe me, it's not perfect. But I've done, like I did this model in it. So I manually painted this model. Ooh, focus. So you can do it. So I'll do it off stream because it's a little jittery right now with the stream running. Because when I did the original logo, like the old logo, which was much simpler, all I did was it's just heights. So I printed it white for a bit, and then I switched to blue, and then I switched to black. And oh, a pupper. What? You want to say hi? Oh, it's a good boy. All the fur. Look at this. Look, you got fur in your face. Eat your fur. Covered in fur. Scratches. Ah. Where's your good boy? Yeah. Fur everywhere. Would you say the multi-material from the bamboo is better than the ERPA? I've had one issue with the AMS so far, and that was a filament related issue. It wasn't related to the AMS itself. The only downside with the AMS is you are limited to 4 colors per unit. So if you want more than 4 colors, you have to buy a whole other AMS. You can daisy chain them, apparently. I've never seen anyone do it yet, but apparently that is a thing. The ERCFA is easier to expand. History 512 Doggo 5. Cheers. What's the filament? I don't know how the filament path works because, like, there's only one out on it, and there's only one into the machine. So I don't know if it's like Y splitters get involved at that point or what. But yeah, I have no idea how a second AMS works. Apparently, you can just daisy chain them, but I don't know how. Oh yeah, and spools. The AMS is picky with spools. So if you are trying to feed it with like a spool that's thicker, it ain't gonna work. Or if you're trying to use like even like the Jesse PLA plastic spools, don't work in it. They're very hit and miss. And then cardboard spools, if your cardboard spool is like dented a little bit, it won't work. Cardboard is very hit and miss too. It's finicky with spools. How long has the helmet been printing so far? It's not optimized. Like, I'm basically printing it with a 0.4 nozzle, 0.2 layer. I'm sure I could print, if I was printing with a 0.6, it'd be quicker at a higher layer height. But it's been printing for 17 hours, and ETA is another 6, I think. Actually, let me just pull it up here. Yeah, it says ETA is 5. Oh no, sorry. ETA is 5 in the morning. It'll be done at 5 in the morning, and we're at 70. I think it's like a day and 7 hours. It estimated for the slicer. I'm printing it pretty chonky. Like it's 3 walls, 4 top bottom, and 20% infill cubic. I'm not printing it Voron part spec, but I'm printing it pretty stiff. And it's ASA. And then the other parts are printing on V226. That ring only works if you need to know the exact size. And then I don't know, like, where was it? I think it was this spool. Or no, which spool was giving me the issue? There was one spool that was like really dented up. I couldn't get it to work at all. Do I ever slice with auto speed? I have my slicer pretty tuned for Revo, so I haven't had to really play with auto speed. What temperatures? I think 245 is what I use. I haven't used eSun ABS Plus in a while because I actually don't have any left. All out. I need to buy like a case of some black ABS though for this project. Get some nice low. I really liked eSun ABS Plus because it was very low warp. I just knew it would work. I wouldn't have to worry about warp issues. Even with the Polymaker ASA, I'm printing with a brim because it's not warp happy. It's just not as reliable as I would prefer when printing a big plate of parts. 260 with ABS Plus, that's hot, man. But you're probably printing at stupid speeds, so. Don't buy. Yeah, I've had a few people say that, Sanity. What about, oh, well, there is a local place that apparently has MG94 ABS, so I'm going to have to go hit them up. Check them out. Yeah, I got to hit up Replatech, and apparently they have MG94 ABS in stock, or they're making it now, so we'll do a little visit. Problem is their spools are big, so I got to get bigger spool holders for my machine. Well, here's the thing, like, it depends where you live in the world. I live in Canada, so my selection is limited compared to like American selection for ABS, and I have access to stuff that you can't get elsewhere. So like, or it's like made in Canada. So like, I use a lot of Sparta 3D ABS. Polymaker ASA is pretty good. I'm printing parts in it right now. Between ABS and ASA, if good quality ABS is as good as good quality ASA. Personally, I don't really see the big difference between the two. So, Bruceman ASA is very good. That's what the helmet's being printed in right now, although it's pricey. How many spool swag do you think you're bringing back? I don't know. I've never been to MRRF, so I don't know what the swag selection is. Canada, Sparta 3D, Replotech Polymaker. Yep. And Replotech now does MG94 ABS, which is a really Gucci ABS that Speedbenchy folks like. So, what am I printing? I'm printing the helmet for this because I'm actually going to try and do an actual full-on printed armor set project. I'm going to customize it a bit. I don't think I'm going to do the big Gatling gun because I think it's dumb. I'll probably do a rifle of some sort with it. Same with like the arm mounted blasters. Yeah. As somebody who actually is former military, I want it to be a little bit more real world practical. You know, I know it's totally not. It's freaking Mandalorian armor from Star Wars. It's not practical, but part of me is like, nah, that's kind of dumb. I want it like a little. I'm gonna tweak it a bit. Plus, it's on sale. It only cost me $40. Use the war. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's funny how like the armor is like everyone gets shot in the armor, but like you look at their armor sets. Like, let me pull up the Mandalorian one. So here's the thing. Everyone does the Mando armor. Everyone does the Mando armor. Everyone does the Boba Fett. But if you look, this is all the armor covers is like a leg and the chest. His whole stomach is like open. Like how little armor is actually provided by Mandalorian armor. Like even the Boba Fett, like he gets shot, he takes a gut shot. Beskar ain't gonna save you from a sucking chest wound. Well, it'll save you from a sucking chest wound. But like even there's gaps in the armor there. Like it's not practical at all. You're missing a lot of vital components. The trooper armor looks cool though. I was actually tempted to do the Republic this armor first. But it's a little bit more, this armor I think is more forgiving because you just hang it on you. Like it just attaches to you. You don't have to be as like custom with like the fitting of stuff. Put the Only Benchies logo on the shoulder. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Electronics. That's what I heard about the Stormtrooper armor. Apparently the reason all Stormtroopers fall down is the suit like basically disperses the armor so they pass out instead of getting killed every time they get shot. But I don't know. Just dodge the attacks. Well, that's what the Jedi do. I don't know. You gotta remember, at the end of the day, Star Wars is a fantasy show with sci-fi elements for kids. Not meant to be serious. And if you take it serious, you're doing it wrong. It's 4:30. It is 4:30. Let's do a draw. So if you have not entered for your chance to win some filament, I'll give you another minute. It is Star Wars is literally fairy tale in space. Yeah, it's not science fiction, but it's like, yeah. Let's talk about Red Mist. No, we're not going down that rabbit hole. Where'd you get the file? Galactic Armory. So just Google Galactic Armory. You can buy like actual kits from them. So you can buy like the helmets. They're all 3D printed. He has a few videos on his YouTube channel of like printing all this stuff. Like he has a print shop. It's like all printed on enders and whatnot. But in PLA. But you can buy the armor from them. Or the models. So if you want armor, you know, you can buy all the printed. You can do the Halo armor, the Mjolnir if you want. But Star Trek Wagon Train to the Stars. And pretty much a lot of Star Wars is like Japanese, samurai, and Western. It's Buck Rogers. Okay. If you haven't entered, it's too late because I'm doing the draw now. Okay. Great. Printed in hips. I actually have a spool of hips. I'm going to try printing some of the parts in hips. I have a couple spools of hips, actually. I've printed hips before. This. There. I printed the splicer mask a while ago. And this is hips. So hips is actually pretty good because it's very stiff. And it's very light. Like it's high impact polystyrene. So, and it prints, if you can print ABS, you can print hips. I find it's a little bit more prone to cracking. But yeah. And apparently you could sand it. It works really easy. Let's get everyone's names. So how this works, if you win the draw, you'll get an email from me after the stream ends. There'll be a form that you fill out. And then you get some filament. It shows up in a couple days to a couple weeks, depends on where you live in the world. We do this draw every stream, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell so you don't miss out. And shout out to Polymaker for providing the spool to give away every stream, because I like giveaways. There we go. What bed temps do I use for ASA? So the profile that I'm using for pretty much all my ABS/ASA profile is usually 110 first layer, and then it dropped to 105, and then usually around 260 on the nozzle temp. I print a little bit hotter than I need to. I just find it works on more variety because I don't stick to one brand, and I'm kind of lazy and I just use what works on everything. So that's it. And then my bed surface is textured PI, which is a little bit of glue stick. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 15 pins on these stupid cables. So somebody give me a number between 0 and 15. 0 and 15. Yeah, that's how many stupid contacts we had to fix to get this to work. Everyone jump the gun. Why are you guys jumping the gun? There you go, 15. Somebody always gives me the high number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Big money, big money. Well, actually not big money. It's a spool of filament. However many money spool of filament is. Go! I love how it lags it because we have so many people. I'm gonna have to start figuring out a better solution because I know the Google Docs start capping out after a while. Keith. Me fail English? That's impossible. Keith, congratulations. You won yourself a spool filament from Polymaker. Let me copy down your information. Use my handy dandy notepad to save that. There we go. So you will get an email from me soon after the stream ends. Fill out that email, or the form in that email. You'll get some filament. Everyone likes printer food. Kevin, thank you for becoming a member. So that's happily printing away. So yeah, that is that. So let's pull up this here, just so you guys get an idea. Okay. So if you guys were curious about this armor, I've seen a few people were asking about the model here. Models, Heavy Mandalorian. So there is a lot of parts to this armor, okay? But for like the helmet, this is the helmet. So this is it on, this bed is a 350 V2 bed. 280 on the Z. So to get the helmet to fit, by the way, come on, do your thinky think. You basically just do it like that. And then you rotate it. And then you center it. There you go. Boom, it fits. So that fits. So there we go. So the helmet fits. There's a bunch of little gubbins with it. But the biggest piece on this, I think, is the chest. And again, this is a 350 V2. It's going to be fun printing the chest. I don't think we can fit this on the bed. I think we're going to have to, like, I'm going to have to cut this in multiple pieces because this ain't going to fit on the bed. Yeah, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. So we'll have to figure something out. Felix, 5 gifted community memberships. Cheers. They don't split the armor. No, you got to do it yourself. But they give you, like, all the parts. So there's, like, the abs. So you got to figure out how you want to print it with supports, without supports, which makes sense. Like, if you're doing a project like this, you're kind of expected to know a bit about it. Because also it makes also sense because it would be an absolute pain in the butt to have to completely split up every model because every machine is different. They don't know what you're printing it on, right? So it makes sense that there would be, here's your part, figure it out if you want to print it. Gonna need a bigger printer. Where? I don't like printing the helmet up. I could have printed the helmet upside down, probably. But then you get all that, like the bottom layer don't look too good, which is the top. What's the volume of the XL? The XL is 360 cubed, I believe, which is actually pretty good for stuff like this because the XL with the dually, you get the one head with support material and the other head with the your main plastic, and you go to town on this. The XL is going to be great for people who want to do cosplay because it's big and you got dual head support. So the XL is going to be great for those types. So if you're a prop maker or cosplay, you're going to love the XL, I think. That's where the XL is going to shine because while this is great, it's 250 cubed and the AMS is single nozzle. So if you want to print multicolor stuff, this is a great machine. But if you want to actually do full-on multi-material, there's better solutions. Top will be easier. Well, this will be easier to sand. Like, let's be honest, I'm not using a ton of support. Like, I got a little bit of support there and a little for the eyes, which isn't that bad. Dr. D-Flow. Yeah, or you can get Ivan, but other country. Okay, I'm going to end the stream there because I'm hungry. So, for those that... How are we going to end this? How do we end this? You would think I would know how to end a stream because I always screw up my line, but I do it like every week. So I think that's kind of the joke. So we're just going to keep rolling with it. I hope you enjoyed an hour and a half of dicking around with a $3 cable to get it to work. That was totally not the plan. The plan was to, you know, quickly get the camera installed and then print something and then hang out, which we ended up doing after an hour and a half detour of trying to get a cable to work. Content. So, for those that are members of the channel or Patreon supporters, I will see you tomorrow. Afternoon sometime, we'll do an hour and a half hangout stream. For everyone else, hopefully I will be able to stream at MRRF. I don't know what sort of setup I will have or if it's even possible. It really depends on the Wi-Fi situation there. Apparently it's kind of spotty. We'll figure something out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell, follow me on Twitter at 3DP Nero. The Discord should be live by MRRF, hopefully. If you want early access, consider becoming a channel member. So that should all be, hopefully, I'll mention it in the places that I can mention it if we're doing a stream. And then we'll be back next Tuesday. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some pizza because I'm hungry. For those that became members of the channel, donated to the stream, or gifted memberships to others, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. For everyone else, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I hope you learned something new. Shout out to Polymaker for donating the spool of filament that we gave away on stream. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in the description. Consider checking out Polymaker. Other links down there, affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra, and they go a long way in helping out the channel. Congratulations to the winner of the filament as well. I think that's it. I'm gonna end it there. No thank you to the people who made the cable though. Your cable was poopy. That was super annoying. It's Tuesday. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your week, and stay cool if you're in the same place as me because it's hot. Cheers.